Movement tips and lifestyle hacks brought to you by FitLabPGH. Movement, a part of making your life complete. We've started to have some warm days in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. It's time to get outside, get off that treadmill, start doing a little running outside. And maybe you need to upgrade your sock selection and you're not exactly sure where to start. You go to the running store, they try to sell you a variety of socks. You look at the sock selection in the local large big box sporting goods store and you're like, I don't know where to look. So if you've watched an earlier video, you've seen that one of the favorites of FitLabPGH in the winter is a Defeat Woolly Bully sock. It's a nice thick wool sock. This is a little heavy for warmer weather, so we try not to use that, so we'll just put that aside. The key thing that we find is, number one, you do not want to use a cotton sock. The reason you don't want to use a cotton sock is because when a cotton sock gets wet, the sock sticks to the skin and that's how blisters form. So you want to stick to a sock that's either wool or a combination of wool and synthetic or an all synthetic sock. I know when I run a lot of technical terrain on trails, I don't want an all synthetic sock because I find my foot slides around in the shoe. So I like a sock that's part wool or a sock that is all wool. So here's one that I use when I run on trails. This is just a part wool. It's got a 4-inch cuff. We like the 4-inch cuff because it prevents rocks and twigs and dust from getting in the sock, between the sock and the skin. If dust and twigs and rocks get in between the sock and the skin, it's going to cause grit, going to cause blisters. So that's one brand we use. We may take something that's a little lighter. This is a smart wool sock. Rather than this having a 4-inch cuff, this has got a 2-inch cuff. Again, it still provides a little bit of protection. It means rocks can't get into these socks. We also may use something that's an all synthetic sock, again with a 2-inch cuff, so it's sealed so rocks and sand don't get between the skin and the sock. What we don't recommend if you're going to run off-road is we don't recommend one of those nice no-show socks that you wear when you go to the gym. The problem with those is there's always gaps where rocks and sand can get in. Personally, if you're going to do any sort of long running, maybe over 3 miles, I don't recommend the no-show socks because in my experience, take it as a party of one, I found the sock always slips down and I'm much more likely to blister around the heel if I wear a sock that doesn't show, whereas if I wear a sock that's got a slight cuff. So again, just to summarize, pick a sock with a cuff, pick a sock that's either all wool or part wool and part synthetic, and you want to experiment with either having a sock that's really, really thin or a sock that's slightly thicker. Personally, I found I like the really thin socks, but in either case, find a sock that works for you, buy 3 or 4 pairs, and use them. Thanks for joining FitLabPGH for another movement tip and lifestyle hack. 3 times a week, FitLabPGH brings you a movement tip or lifestyle hack. Thanks to the Pilates Body for providing us a locale for filming.